Does Banshee have a god roll? Let's take a look. The first weapon we have is Cold Denial. This is actually a top tier pulse rifle that when I talk to some of my friends about what weapons you should have for raids, this is one of those weapons that you could collect for raids and other endgame content. And the curated roll everyone was given. It has small bore with flared magwell, Zen moment, and head seeker, and it's okay. This gun does need a little bit of help though, and today we have some decent options. We have corkscrew rifling, which I highly recommend. Another good alternative would be fluted barrel. Ricochet rounds increases range quite a bit, but I think my top pick here might be light mag. Light mag would not only give you +5 range, but +9 reload speed, and when I took this out into the field and tested it, I feel like we need a little bit of reload help. But, you know, if you're okay with your pulse rifle taking a little bit longer to reload, Ricochet rounds is certainly a great option. Feeding Frenzy, if you get a lot of kills, this will counter the slowness of Ricochet. Several kills would give you a really good reload speed with Feeding Frenzy. And then Unrelenting, I never really appreciated this because it didn't really work that well when it first came out. And I think this is completely a viable role, or a viable perk on a weapon these days. So for me, Unrelenting is acceptable. It is a gold tier perk, meaning it's one of the top perks picked by most of the community, as is multi-kill clip. I personally would go with either Swashbuckler or multi-kill clip, but either way, while I wouldn't necessarily call this a god roll, this is actually a great roll. If you're looking for a pulse rifle, pick up this Cold Denial now. Toil and Trouble, a lot of people don't really care for this particular shotgun. It is an aggressive frame, and what you get on it completely matters. Now, the Toil and Trouble I have, while it's not my favorite shotgun, it is actually good. Mine has full choke, accurized rounds, full auto trigger, and outlaw. And I do recommend that roll if you get it. Absolutely. Put it in your vault and enjoy it. This one comes with full choke, which is excellent. Extended mag. I would prefer assault mag. That would be my top pick. And the community feels the same when you look at what rolls people have picked for this gun. Accurized rounds is also a top tier pick. So the mag isn't really top notch, but extended is pretty decent. Field prep, I really don't know of many people who crouch and use a shotgun. This is completely useless for me. I prefer full auto trigger. Slide shot would be good for PvP. Threat detector would also be a good alternative. Snapshot sights is useful for PvP because you want to have that quick ADS. I have outlaw in mine, and rampage I think is also a really good perk to go for. So while I'm not too happy with these two columns, and we don't really have like the greatest damage perks here, it's decent. If you need a shotgun, pick it up, but honestly, I just walk away. Ikilos SR version 1.0.2. 1.0.1 came out with Escalation Protocol on Mars back during the Warmind campaign. And yes, I do have it in my vault. It's a great gun. But there's a particular role you want on this for raids. I'm not even kidding you. If you're looking for a good sniper, this is the one. And, well, this is the sniper rifle. But the role you want is full bore, extended mag, 4th times the charm, and high impact reserves. This thing fires really quickly, and you can get a lot of DPS with this. When I'm doing double snipers in a raid, you'll see me using this one and my Succession. However, this particular role, unfortunately, is crap. Yeah, I don't recommend it. Walk away. The Last Dance. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This, in my opinion, is one of the best sidearms in the game. It's kind of crazy. There's 2 different sights that I really like on sidearms, and that's short spec and control. And the reason why is because they both have some really good positives when it comes to like range, handling, stability, aim assistance. Short spec is much better than control, but I think control is like my second favorite. This one doesn't have short spec, but control, again, second choice here. For this gun, I like super fast reload on sidearm, so I would probably pick light mag on this particular roll, but my favorite mag on this gun is probably flared magwell. That is what I have, and I really enjoy it. I personally think sidearms need to be full auto trigger, especially as someone who uses a trackball mouse. I know, I'm weird. I don't know. Quick draw is kind of funny. Look, if I'm pulling out a sidearm, I'm basically in mobs of enemies, and I'm just going to spray and pray for the most part. Give me that full auto trigger. And for opening shot, maybe in PvP when you're doing like single shots, but I actually like Dragonfly. Dragonfly is my favorite perk in this column because you get like this mad explosion whenever you get your headshots out in the wild. So this particular gun, honestly, what I've learned about sidearms is most of them, it's really hard to kind of screw them up. This sidearm is gonna be solid no matter what you have on it, but we've really got some negatives across the board. I wouldn't pick this one up. I would call it a crap roll. Temptation's Hook, this is an excellent sword. And this is actually one of the weapons that I'll use when I can't use my exotic Deathbringer in my heavy slot. I'll break out Temptation's Hook. And this one has Jagged Edge. Like, look at that, guys. We're already starting this off right with Jagged Edge. You want to go Jagged Edge. It also has Swordmaster's Guard. This is what I picked for this particular sword. I love Swordmaster's Guard when I don't need heavy guard. And honestly, I need Swordmasters more than I would use heavy. I don't do a lot of blocking with swords. If you are doing a lot of blocking, you want a heavy guard. But this right here gives you a lot of bonuses. I don't use energy transfer. I prefer Relentless Strikes, and I prefer either Whirlwind Blade or Vorpal on this sword. However, Surrounded's a pretty good perk. So, while this isn't a god roll by any measure, it has Jagged Edge, it has Sword Masters, it has Surrounded. This is not a god roll, but it is a good roll. So if you're looking for a fun sword that you can fling bolts at people with, then pick it up. Do it. It's a good starter sword. And finally, we have Bad Omens. If you have Reckoner or if you've reset your Gambit ranks 3 times, I think it's 3 times, you probably have the curated Bad Omens that comes with Volatile Launch, Impact Casing, Tracking Module, and Cluster Bomb. That is the god roll. That is what you want. Don't waste your time with this, guys. Actually, I want to show you something real fast. If you take a look, you click on the arrow here. This right here says it doesn't have the logo. It is not Sunset. And it is curated. This is the god roll, guys. If you're looking for a Bad Omens, just play Gambit until you have access to this. I think it's 3 resets. And then boom. You can get this thing from Drifter anytime you want. Although I recommend vaulting it because, especially when the season changes, because you never know when Bungie is going to change something or take something away unexpectedly. So play a lot of Gambit, get 3 resets, grab this gun, throw it in your vaults. I know, it hurts. Gambit hurts, but I believe in you. You got this. All right, guys, those are your reviews for Banshee this week. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you'd like to support this channel, liking and commenting on the videos tells YouTube to share these videos with others who may find them useful. If you'd like to provide monetary support to help keep this channel up and running, visit my locals and subscribe star communities.